How often do we find ourselves waiting for happiness? Waiting for the next promotion, the perfect relationship, or that dream vacation, believing that then we'll finally feel content. But what if happiness isn't a destination we arrive at, but a state of mind we can cultivate right here, right now? Today, I want to talk about something incredibly powerful, the ability to generate happy thoughts. And let me be clear, this isn't about toxic positivity or ignoring the very real challenges and pain that life throws our way. It's not about putting on a fake smile when you're hurting. True happiness and resilience are built by acknowledging the struggles, not by pretending they don't exist. So, how do we do this? How do we build that inner strength, that inner sanctuary of peace and joy, even when the world outside feels chaotic? It's about developing a practice, a conscious and intentional effort to shift our focus and train our minds. It's about learning to find the light even in moments of darkness. The beautiful thing is that this is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and strengthened over time. It's not about a magical overnight transformation, but about taking small, consistent steps that compound into a profound change in our experience of life. In this video, we're going to explore 7 practical, proven techniques that will help you do just that. These aren't just theories. They are actionable strategies rooted in ancient wisdom and backed by modern science. They are tools you can use every single day to cultivate genuine well-being, build lasting resilience, and rewire your brain for happiness. My hope is that by the end of our time together, you'll feel empowered with a new set of skills to navigate life's ups and downs with more grace, more purpose, and more joy. So, if you're ready to start this journey, let's begin. The first and perhaps most foundational technique is the practice of gratitude. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But its impact is truly profound. Gratitude is the act of consciously shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have. Our minds are naturally wired with a negativity bias. We're designed to scan for threats and problems. Gratitude is the intentional counterbalance to that. It's like recalibrating your internal compass to point towards abundance instead of scarcity. When we actively look for things to be thankful for, we begin to notice them everywhere, transforming our entire perception of our reality. A powerful way to embed this in your life is through gratitude journaling. Every day, perhaps in the morning to set a positive tone or at night to reflect, take just a few minutes to write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. It could be the warmth of your coffee, a kind word from a stranger, the comfort of your bed, or the fact that you woke up today. The act of writing it down solidifies the thought. Another beautiful practice is the gratitude walk. As you walk, instead of being lost in your thoughts, consciously notice your surroundings and find things to be thankful for. The blue sky, the intricate design of a leaf, the sound of birds singing. You can also make gratitude an active, expressed practice. Don't just think it, say it. Send a text to a friend telling them why you appreciate them. Thank the barista for your coffee. Expressing gratitude not only deepens your own feelings of thankfulness, but also strengthens your relationships and spreads that positive energy to others. You can even create visual reminders, like a gratitude jar where you place notes of things you're thankful for, or post-it notes on your mirror. By surrounding yourself with these reminders, you are consistently training your brain to see the good, building a resilient foundation of joy that can withstand life's inevitable storms. If gratitude is the foundation, mindfulness is the anchor that keeps us steady in the present moment. So much of our anxiety and unhappiness stems from our minds being in 2 places they were never meant to live. The past, which we cannot change, or the future, which we cannot control. Mindfulness is the gentle practice of bringing our awareness back to the here and now without judgment. It's about experiencing life as it unfolds, rather than being a spectator to our own thoughts. It's in the present moment that we find our power, our peace, and our capacity for joy. One of the most accessible gateways to mindfulness is through the breath. Your breath is always with you, a constant anchor to the present. Try this right now. Just take a deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs, and a slow breath out, feeling the release. This is mindful breathing. You can practice this for a few minutes each day, simply noticing the sensation of your breath. When your mind wanders, as it inevitably will, gently and without criticism, guide it back to your breath. This simple act is a powerful workout for your attention and a balm for an overactive mind. You can extend this practice to any activity. When you're drinking your tea, truly taste it. Notice its warmth, its aroma, its flavor. When you're washing the dishes, feel the warm water on your hands and the texture of the soap. This is about engaging your senses and being fully present in whatever you're doing, transforming mundane tasks into opportunities for meditation and presence. Journaling can also be a mindful practice. Instead of just recounting events, write down your thoughts and feelings as they arise, observing them like clouds passing in the sky without getting attached to them or judging them as good or bad. This creates a space between you and your thoughts, giving you the freedom to choose your response. Our thoughts create our reality. If our inner world is filled with criticism, doubt, and fear, our outer world will reflect that. Challenging negative thinking is about becoming the gatekeeper of your own mind, liberating yourself from the tyranny of your inner critic. The first step is simply awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Start to notice your negative self-talk. What are the recurring stories you tell yourself? I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. This always happens to me. Think of yourself as a compassionate observer, just noticing these thoughts without judgment. Once you've identified these negative thought patterns, the next step is to question them. We often accept our negative thoughts as absolute truth, but they are rarely based in reality. Ask yourself, is this thought 100% true? Where is the evidence for it? Is there a more compassionate or realistic way to look at this situation? This process, known as cognitive reframing, is incredibly powerful. For example, instead of "I failed the presentation," you might reframe it as "The presentation didn't go as I hoped, but I learned what to improve for next time." You're not denying the reality, but you're shifting the narrative from one of failure to one of learning and growth. To reinforce this new, more positive mindset, you can use affirmations. An affirmation is a positive statement that you repeat to yourself to challenge and overcome negative thoughts. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about consciously choosing the thoughts you want to cultivate. Instead of "I'm so anxious about this meeting," you could affirm, "I am calm, prepared, and capable of handling this meeting with confidence." By consistently identifying, questioning, and replacing negative thoughts with more balanced and empowering ones, you are actively rewiring the neural pathways in your brain. You are taking back control and becoming the conscious creator of your inner peace and resilience. We often think of happiness as a purely mental or emotional state, but honestly, we can't separate the mind from the body. They are intrinsically linked. The way we treat our physical bodies has a direct and profound impact on our emotional well-being. Engaging in healthy habits is like providing your mind with the high-quality fuel it needs to function optimally. Think of your body as the vessel that carries you through life. When you care for the vessel, the journey becomes so much smoother and, more enjoyable. Neglecting your physical health is like trying to drive a car with a flat tire and no gas. You simply won't get very far. Regular exercise is one of the most powerful antidepressants and anti-anxiety tools available to us, and it's completely free. When you move your body, whether it's through a brisk walk, a yoga class, dancing in your living room, or lifting weights, your brain releases endorphins, which are natural mood elevators. It's not about punishing your body or achieving a certain physique. It's about celebrating what your body can do and giving your mind a break. Even 20 to 30 minutes of moderate movement a day can significantly improve your mood, reduce stress, and increase your resilience to life's challenges. What you eat also plays a crucial role. A diet rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats provides the essential nutrients your brain needs to produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which regulate mood. Conversely, a diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can lead to inflammation and mood swings. And finally, never underestimate the power of sleep. Sleep is when your body and brain repair and recharge. A lack of quality sleep can severely impact your emotional regulation, making you more irritable and susceptible to negative thinking. Prioritizing these three pillars, movement, nutrition, and sleep, is not a luxury. It is a non-negotiable act of self-care that fuels a happy and resilient mind. We are social creatures by nature. From the moment we are born, we are wired for connection. Our relationships are not just a nice to have, they are a fundamental human need, a lifeline that provides support, meaning, and joy. Fostering strong social connections is, honestly, one of the most reliable predictors of happiness and longevity. When we feel seen, heard, and supported by others, we're just better equipped to handle stress and navigate adversity. Loneliness, on the other hand, can be as detrimental to our health as smoking or obesity. It's so essential to be intentional about nurturing our social well-being. Take a moment to think about the people in your life. Who uplifts you? Who inspires you? Who can you be your authentic self with? It's important to surround yourself with positive, supportive people who genuinely care about your well-being. And this doesn't mean you need a huge circle of friends. The quality of your connections is far more important than the quantity. Building strong relationships requires effort and intentionality. It means scheduling time for the people who matter, being fully present when you're with them, listening deeply, and sharing vulnerably. It's about co-creating a space of mutual trust and support. A beautiful way to deepen your connections and boost your own happiness is by performing acts of kindness. Kindness is a boomerang. The joy you give to others inevitably comes back to you. It can be as simple as holding a door open, giving a genuine compliment, or offering to help a neighbor. These small acts create ripples of positivity that strengthen social bonds and remind us of our shared humanity. Volunteering or joining a group with shared interests are also wonderful ways to build new connections. When you invest in your relationships, you are investing in your own resilience and creating a powerful support system that will hold you through all of life's seasons. While happiness is often found in fleeting moments of pleasure, a deeper, more enduring sense of well-being comes from having a sense of meaning and purpose. Purpose is your why. It's the compass that guides your decisions, motivates you through challenges, and gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning. It's the feeling that your life matters and that you are contributing to something larger than yourself. Living a life aligned with your purpose is one of the most profound sources of fulfillment and resilience. When you know your why, you can bear almost any how. Finding your purpose can feel like a daunting task, but honestly, it doesn't have to be some grand, elusive discovery. It often reveals itself in the small things. Start by getting curious about yourself. What activities make you lose track of time? What topics do you love to learn about? What problems in the world do you feel a pull to solve? Setting meaningful goals that align with these interests can provide a clear sense of direction. These goals don't have to be career-related. They could be about mastering a new skill, creating something beautiful, or nurturing your relationships. The key is that they feel personally significant to you. Engaging in work or hobbies that you find meaningful is another powerful pathway to purpose. This could be your profession, but it could also be a side project, a creative pursuit, or a passion you explore in your free time. When your actions are aligned with your core values, your life feels more coherent and fulfilling. Volunteering is another incredible way to connect with a sense of purpose. By dedicating your time and energy to a cause you care about, you directly experience the impact of your contribution, which fosters a deep sense of connection and significance. Your purpose isn't something you find, it's something you build day by day through conscious, value-driven choices. The final technique ties everything together. It's the wisdom to embrace both acceptance and growth. Life is a delicate dance between these two concepts. There are things in life that are outside of our control. We cannot change the past. We cannot control other people's actions, and we will all face loss and hardship. Acceptance is about making peace with this reality. It's not about giving up or being passive. It's about releasing the struggle against the unchangeable. Fighting reality is a recipe for suffering. True peace comes from accepting what is, so you can pour your energy into what you can influence. Acceptance creates the space for growth. When you're not wasting energy fighting what you can't change, you free up that energy to focus on your own evolution. This means embracing a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. See challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to learn and become stronger. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. This perspective transforms your relationship with difficulty, turning it from a source of fear into a catalyst for personal development. Embracing growth also means being open to new experiences and stepping outside your comfort zone. Try something new, travel to a new place, learn a new skill, or talk to someone with a different perspective. Novelty and learning stimulate the brain and build resilience. It's about understanding that you are a work in progress. You don't have to have it all figured out. The journey of life is about learning, evolving, and continuously becoming a more compassionate, resilient, and authentic version of yourself. By accepting what is and committing to your own growth, you walk a path of wisdom, strength, and enduring happiness. So there we have it. 7 powerful techniques to cultivate happy thoughts and build lasting resilience. We've talked about the power of gratitude, the anchor of mindfulness, the freedom of challenging negative thoughts, the fuel of healthy habits, the lifeline of social connection, the compass of purpose, and the wisdom of acceptance and growth. But remember, knowing the path is different from walking the path. The real transformation doesn't happen from watching this video. It happens when you begin to integrate these practices into the fabric of your daily life. Please don't feel like you have to do all of these perfectly all at once. That's not the goal. The goal is progress, not perfection. Happiness is not a final destination you arrive at one day, where all your problems disappear. It is a practice, a journey, a moment-to-moment choice to tend to the garden of your mind. Choose one technique that resonated with you the most and commit to practicing it for the next week. Just one. Notice how it feels. Notice the small shifts in your perspective, your mood, and your ability to handle stress. I encourage you to be patient and compassionate with yourself on this journey. There will be days when it feels easy and days when it feels hard, and that's okay. That's part of the process. You are building a skill, creating new habits, and rewiring your mind for a more joyful and meaningful existence. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to begin your practice. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as you cultivate a deeper sense of well-being from the inside out.